Alright, we're starting a new game here. I've actually played through most of the game already, but I played as Alexius. This time I'm going to be playing as Cassandra. Be nice to see how different it is, although I've heard it's pretty much just a cosmetic choice. You can't, I mean, all the romance options are exactly the same. So, I'm going to be doing this one on normal. I did my my main playthrough on hard, just being like a nice fun playthrough.
We are ready, my king.
Tell me the necklace.
Oh, I had subtitles off. I'm going to
fishing with your son.
turn them back on. It won't let me pause right now. But once this is over, I'll turn the subtitles on.
I would have liked to have gone fishing with my son. But now... Let us meet our fate, shall we? Spartans! Every breath that you have taken has led you to this moment. Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, all of it has led to where you stand right now. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods with their bloods! What say you, Spartans? For our sons! For our daughters! For Sparta!
Unfortunately, the load times are a little long. Oh yeah, punch me in the helmet. That's gonna do a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna turn the subtitles back on. So the combat's very similar. If you play Origins, it's pretty much the same thing. There's abilities, as you can see. I'm playing on PlayStation, so you pretty much just hold L1 and hit one of the D-pad buttons. And obviously this is the conquest battles that they promoted quite a bit at the beginning of the pre-launch hype. And the weapons are exactly the same as Origins. I actually really like spears, but unfortunately in my last playthrough I didn't really get any good to drop for me.
bring Xerxes your head? Xerxes sends his sheep to slaughter. Come, Persian! I will bring Xerxes your head, you insolent Spartan fool! Come and
Now,
get
dodging
it.
is not as good as Origins. Even when you do the perfect dodge, you'll see time will slow when that happens. You can still get hit. Sometimes you'll have to dodge a couple of times to actually get out of the way of swing, especially if they have like a big weapon like this guy does.
All will bow before him after I
I'm gonna keep kicking. Oh, wait. I want to knock him off.
time to die. My son is more of a warrior than you. Once I'm done with you, king.
And you do not get a shield in this, like in Origins. It's a little disappointing. I think it would have been nice, especially with the new RPG elements, and it would have been nice, you know, with a heavy weapon, like the big two-handed weapons, not to be able to use one. So it would have been a tactical choice whether you wanted to go with a one-hander shield or go for the increased damage with a two-hander. But yeah, they chose not to do that. Although almost every enemy you'll go against will have one.
We are betrayed, my king. Xerxes knows of the path behind the mountain. They're coming.
By dawn, we'll be completely surrounded.
We are Spartans. When are we not?
Spartans. That word will mean nothing when Xerxes wipes your bloodline from the face of it.
Day was a day the Persians will never forget.
Shouldn't have opened your mouth.
Tomorrow is a day the world will remember.
Finally.
We're back to our modern day. If you didn't play Origins, this is the new modern day main character.
Wow. This is big, Layla. Did you really think it's the spear? This is the one.
Although I have no idea who
Book
this
was
other
almost right on top
person
of
she's
it.
talking to is. And
Never
it
consulted
never
you.
really explains it.
Okay, let's start her up.
Are you sure we can trust this thing? I mean, the book could be...
Just started, Victoria.
You're the boss. I'll prep it for you.
Okay, so worth noting, I've made some changes since you were last in here.
There's no keeping up with the tech industry these days.
I can crank up the simulation to maximum sensory synchronization if you're up for it.
Like I said,
Let's
we're
take
just
this
gonna
one
do
step at a time.
normal in this
Understood.
playthrough.
If you're looking for something a little more intense, I can always adjust the settings for you later. This bit will let me know how much information will be fed to
And
you
this is
during
the
your time in
new
the Animus.
new mode. They talked about exploration mode. Basically, it just doesn't give you the quest markers. I'm just going to do guided mode for this. I think exploration mode could be fun.
Glad to help.
As we'll see
You can always change your
later
mind
on,
later.
there's definitely
Listen,
some quests that
Layla,
were
before you go
very
on,
specifically
if this
designed
book is
for the
right,
guided mode,
this spear,
or for the
this
exploration
story,
mode.
it will change
Some of them would have been
You're
fun. I
putting
kind of
a
wish I
lot of
turned
faith
off the
in a
guided
fairly
mode in my main
unreliable
playthrough.
source. Historian or not,
Maybe I'll do it for this one.
guy wrote about
Although I already know where
magical
everything is.
objects in the realm of the gods.
He's not Homer. Herodotus was the first recorded historian, so there's a lot more truth in that text than you think. I mean, what better way is there of finding Isu artifacts than by trusting in the guy who claimed to meet an actual descendant?
I know, but
I need you to trust me. You could be right. This spear, this book, it could all be crap. But something tells me it isn't, and I'm certainly not gonna let Abstergo find out first.
you're right. We haven't got much to lose anyway. There's just one small problem.
What is it?
This manuscript is in rough condition, to say the least. The DNA found on the spear has identified two.
Like I said, we're going to choose Cassandra for this playthrough.
Which strand of DNA to pursue. The choice is yours.
She'll help us find what we're looking for. I have a
And
good
she is
feeling
actually
about this.
considered the
All right, boss.
canon character
Finally
for
good
this.
to go. 431 BCE, here we come.
The start of Peloponnesian War.
Good luck in there. No pressure or anything, but we're all depending on you.
Abstergo isn't gonna win this time. If what the book says is true and we do actually find the artifact, the assassins will finally have a chance to rise again.
You can do it.
Oh, and Victoria? Read the book. It holds the secrets I won't be able to find on my own when I'm in there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah, you get up to 20 save slots. So I know in Origins you had 3 different characters you could choose in the just the autosave. This one lets you actually specifically save it whenever you want. So obviously I didn't use up all 20 on my main playthrough. It will wipe out obviously your autosaves, so just make sure you have if you start your character, just make sure you do a manual save. And I will say, by far, this is probably one of the most gorgeous open worlds I've seen in pretty much any game. It was suffering from some pretty bad performance issues. They did do a couple patches over the past few days. It's definitely gotten a lot better. It's still bad in some places, but I streamed for a couple people another day, and they didn't seem to really notice them. So it's capped at 30 FPS anyways, but when it's already at 30 FPS and then it drops down to the, low 20s, it's very noticeable. Like I said, with the latest patches, it's definitely better. It's just really the big cities that has problems. Or when you're turning the camera or fighting more than a few guys. It does seem to do pretty decently in the big battles, though. So that's definitely good.
Hey! Shitface! Get down here! Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week!
Laka.
Be throwing around a lot of malakas throughout the game.
Cyclops said you like to act tough, so act tough!
Get a little closer, and I will.
You should know by now. The Cyclops always collects...
Parrying is very good. The timing on it is very awkward, and as you can see, if you're playing on consoles, it is 2 shoulder buttons, which is very weird. I usually just use the dodge, but if you can get good at the parrying, it's definitely better. But you can kind of use either or. But like I said, you got to be careful with the dodging, because sometimes even when you do a perfect dodge, you'll still get hit.
This shit happens every week.
If you're playing on Insane, that's a problem, because you will die very fast. On normal, you won't really notice that much, because you can definitely take quite a few hits.
Nah. Thanks for the warning. Oh. What happened to you? It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus? Do you think Zeus would bless me with an ego like he blessed you, Cassandra? Maybe you could ask him for me.
Phoebe?
I was kind of Mr. Nice Guy in my first playthrough, so I kind of want to test to see. Supposedly, and I've definitely noticed your chat options will definitely make an impact on the story. So I kind of want to see. I'm going to choose different things than I chose in my last playthrough. Like I said, it was mostly playing Mr. Nice Guy, so I'm going to be kind of an asshole in this playthrough. So it's gonna be interesting to see how different the story ends up being.
It's on the road to Sami. He says wine will make him rich.
Since when has he had a vineyard?
Yesterday, I think.
I'm gonna go through most of the chat options, unless there's some that are very specifically set up for people doing exploration mode. Like we'll ask,
With what money?
you know, where exactly, and they'll say it's northwest or something. Like this one here. This is for people playing exploration mode. I mean, there's going to be a quest marker showing it's exactly where to go. You don't really need to hit it. So I'm not going to really use that option. Or I'm not really going to choose that chat option. Just, you know, make the conversations flow a little bit better. It's really pointless to ask a question unless you're in exploration mode.
I'll go tell Marcos you're coming.
My head.
Yeah, like I said, the choices you make will definitely make an impact. It will definitely change parts of the story. Some of them are pretty minor, but some big things can happen.
You made a mistake coming here.
Yeah, don't come back. Oh, and I will be doing the pre-order. I got the pre-order thing, so I'll be doing the Blind King pre-order mission in this, and I got the season pass too, so I'll be doing. There's a early unlocked mission, so I'll be doing that one also. Oh, I got the XP booster for 2 hours. Oh, that's nice. I know there's a lot of talk about this game being grindy, and it depends on the type of player you are. If you do all the side quests, you're really not going to notice much run. I'm level 50 in mine, and I still have a lot of the game to do. If you're doing side quests and the side content, you're not going to have any problem being too high or lower level, or too low level for anything. So in this playthrough, I'm gonna try and focus mostly on the story, but I'm gonna be doing, obviously, you can't just do the story. You have to do side quests. So I'm gonna do side quests. The bonus contents, all this stuff. I will say this right off the bat. There's no microtransaction that's worth buying in the store. The stuff you're seeing there is just from the Ubisoft Club. The XP booster, you absolutely do not need it. So just don't buy it. The other stuff, there's cosmetic stuff, and there is stuff. There's actual gear, and it is by far and away the best gear in the game. Unfortunately, you can get it through loot boxes. The percentage chance of getting them is very, very low, though. Unfortunately, so unless you buy it, you're probably not going to get it. I mean, I got one piece in one loot box. It's a crappy bow. But other than that, it was just gear that I was just sell back to the vendor. So we will do that side quest, but we'll go to this guy first. Again, if you played Origins, you're gonna everything here is gonna look very familiar. Or any Ubisoft game, you use your, Eagle or Wildlands. You have your drone, your binoculars in Far Cry. I use it to tag stuff. It's the same thing as any Ubisoft game, but it was before in the early Assassin's Creeds. It was the Eagle Vision. Now, you have an actual eagle, but it's the same mechanic as Origins.
Boss, I keep telling you, you can't do that.
Why? It's my farm. I can plant what I want.
The grapes will die here. All of them.
You have to forget what you know about the past, my friend. Together, we will revolutionize winemaking. Believe me, you will look back.
I'll say by far, Cassandra's voice actor is so much better than Alexios. I was not a fan of his voice acting at all.
Still hear you. I was worried sick. The Cyclops sent his scum to find you. I think they mean you harm.
I wish you would have told me that before they hit me. But that's beside the point. You bought a vineyard, Marcos? A vineyard?
Why not? I like wine, you like wine, everybody likes wine. Everybody buys wine. Why not from me?
Please, Marcos. You'll fuck this up like you fuck up everything else. You can't pay me.
Oh,
back
and
in
there's a
rates.
lot of swearing. I will let you know right away.
Marcos always has a plan.
All right. Then do you have the money you owe me?
Do I have the money I owe you? Of course, of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sami. I'm not very good at these things, as you know.
You want me to collect my own debt?
It's just waiting for you in Sami, my friend.
Who's the merchant?
Duris.
Honestly, we know this is going to be a Let's Play series, going to be going through the entire game.
Duris?
And once they're done with Twitch, I'm going to upload them to YouTube, so I'll have the whole series on there. I'll be posting a link for that.
You're a good friend, but you're bad with money. How do you want to handle this one?
Not like you handled that olive oil business. That was too much.
I got the money.
And now we'll never get any more from him. If you kill them all, nobody benefits.
Yeah.
Threatening them and
Debatable.
maybe more. Breaking things, certainly. Steal the money if you have to. But don't rob me of my customers. Unless you can't avoid it. These things happen.
You can't pickpocket, which is definitely disappointing. So you can't really steal it. Or I mean you can, but
Oh, after there's another matter I
you can't actually pickpocket the money from them, which is disappointing considering it's kind of like a mechanic that's been in like all the earlier Assassin's Creed games. I don't know, especially in this being an RPG format. I don't know why they took it out. God damn! Look at the veins on her. Alexios too. They both have like just popping veins. Chose the one on the left last time. I'm gonna go with the one in the middle this time.
I'll take the one in the middle.
Fine choice. But this particular breed has a few quirks that you might not be aware of. I wouldn't want you to take an unworthy horse.
He says that no matter which horse you choose, by the way.
Because
I'm sure, Marcos.
Everybody benefits, especially you. You've chosen the great Phobos. He's never let me down.
Phobos.
Remember, meet
All
me at
name
the
the same
temple in
thing, too.
Sami when you have your money from Duris. Efterpi. There's plenty of wine left to buy. Don't fret.
Not now, you fool. Phoebe's been taken.
By who?
Thugs of the Cyclops. Who else? Snatched her right off the main road.
Tell me where they went.
In the direction of Itimena Beach.
The beach? Can she swim?
I'll get her.
Yes, go. But don't forget about dear Duris, Cassandra.
Let's move. Let's go.
So obviously all these early, missions are just masked as, or it's a tutorial masked as missions. They've definitely gotten a lot better over the years of doing it. I mean, like Assassin's Creed 3, I replayed that recently, and it was brutal. I mean, that was hours of tutorials, and it was blatantly obvious. They do a better job of introducing the systems through missions now. I think I do have another skin. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a skin. So I'm gonna try that one. Oh, I guess it's not unlocked yet. Or maybe I have to claim it. Yeah, there's this pirate set. I got it when I was high level already, so I didn't, I never used it. This is the only thing I got from all the loot chests in my main playthrough. It's actually decent. I might try using it on this playthrough. And this is all just stuff from the Ubisoft store. You'll replace it pretty fast. I mean, you can't use it till level 5, but you'll replace it pretty fast. It's nice once you hit level 5 to have it. And same thing, do not buy the deluxe pack from the store. Or when you're looking at the versions, the deluxe, like the ultimate edition that comes with the deluxe pack, absolutely not worth it. All the gear you'll get in it will get replaced very fast. It's not worth it. The temporary booster, money booster, you absolutely do not need those. There's a cosmetic ship, I think. I mean, is that worth $20? I mean, I really don't think so.
Quiet, Phoebe.
Yeah, I said this is just a tutorial teaching you how to use stealth. It's almost identical to the one in Origins. Just actually just a little bit shorter, which is kind of nice.
Can't let the rest of those Malakas get away.
You see that thing? It popped up 1 out of 50 assassinations. There's engravings you can put on your gear, and doing certain actions so many times will unlock different levels of engravings. If you played any other Assassin's Creed game, I mean, the whistling's been in it forever, so it's always pretty useful. Now here, we'll be able to one-shot assassinate people later on, unless you specialize into... I'll go into the different gear details, but you have to kind of specialize in assassination, or otherwise you actually cannot one-shot assassinate people.
That Marcos is going to be next.
On normal, it's pretty easy to sneak by, especially even on the side, they can't see you. If you did play Origins, you know, they had the kind of scan that can scan for loot. They actually took that out and put it into the skill tree, so you can't get that right away. Kind of annoyed by that. All the base abilities you had in Origins are actually just kind of put into the skill tree here.
Phoebe, just be careful. You're alone now.
Since my parents died, I'm okay. I've got you, and you've got me and Marcos. We're your family, right?
I will say overall the main storyline is definitely far improved from Origins. I wasn't too big of a fan of the, outside of like there was a couple fun quests in the main story of Origins, but overall I wasn't a fan of it. This one, especially for a Ubisoft game, very strong story. It's not like the best story ever told, but for them definitely a huge improvement.
You'll have to be stronger than that.
Actually, certain parts are actually really good. Especially the beginning here.
Got you.
Oh, and if you are triggered by ancient Greek underwear, you're going to be seeing a lot of it. There's a lot of upskirts in this. Especially when you're swimming or climbing up statues.
Ready your stuff. Widen your stance. A soldier grounds themselves. Good. Good. Approach me.
That's enough, Nikolaos. The sun's going down. Time to eat, don't you think?
What are we eating tonight?
Tonight we are having baby Alexios. And what a feast he will be!
No, not him. Take me instead. I'm tasty.
Yes, yes, you're all sweet as honey. Now, come inside. The lamb's turning black.
Here. Lay him in his bed.
Yes, Pater.
Cassandra. You are my greatest pride. Remember that. You will bring this family to glory.
go.
Fortunately, the load times in this are really long. It can definitely make some of the cutscenes weird, especially when there's loading in between.
You don't worry enough.
We'll be alright if we watch out for each other. Which reminds me, the thug said you should watch your back.
What they say?
They said the Cyclops put a big bounty on you. Talos the Stonefist wants you dead.
Talos the mercenary? Am I ever not in trouble?
Better get him before he gets you. I hear he's really mean.
Well, I'm a little bit meaner, so don't worry about it.
Back to town. Here.
Talos the Stonefist has just what I need today. Another broken nose. I'm going to have to take care of that.
It's basically, before in other games you could kind of just take whatever you wanted. Now if you do anything illegal, like if someone sees you take their stuff, they'll place a bounty on you. Or if you kill someone, they'll put a bounty on you, and there's like 5 different tiers. It's basically just like the wanted level in like GTA or something. And the higher level the bounty is, you get higher and higher level guys who come after you. And in this game, levels are very important. If you fight anyone 2, 3 levels higher than you, you're gonna die almost instantly. 2 levels is stretching it. 3, it's pretty much an impossible fight. Oh, we don't want to do that yet. Oh yeah, so just to show the map, this map is huge. I'm over 60 hours in my other playthrough, and I still have not gone to every island or visit every place. It is just gigantic. Some of the places have storyline side quests, some really don't. But I'm going to be going to some of the better storyline ones and visiting some ones that I didn't, so it'd be fun to experience different things this time around. But there was a side quest here. We're going to try that one out. This time around, when you call your horse, if you're running, you'll automatically mount. It very rarely works, so
Let's go.
Yeah. And it's the same thing as in Origins. You're always running, but you run faster when you're outside of towns, and your horse will go faster when you're outside of towns. You go very slow. I think a little even too slow when you're in a town. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I think that's like a level 2 quest. And even being level 1, trying to do a level 2 quest, it's kind of difficult. Yeah. Let's just do the main quest for now. Which is level 2, but there's really not much combat in it, so we'll just get us to level 2. You see, as soon as I get to the town, you start going really slow. You see here now, it's you stealing. See at the lower right hand corner there, level 1 mercenaries will come after me. Usually that means that they're mercenaries your level. If it goes up, then they'll start sending mercenaries that are higher level than you. You can pay your bounty off at any time. You just go to the map and you can pay it. I don't think because it's early game you can't, but later on, after we get out of the tutorial area, you'll be able to pay it off at any time. It's kind of funny. You can have like 3 mercenaries coming after you, and then you just pay it off, and they're kind of just standing around looking stupid. Alright, so we gotta get the money from this dude. Use violence if necessary.
Hello, Luris. Business looks good.
Tell Marcos to come down here himself, if he wants his money. Huh?
Well, he's a fat Slav, and he's kind of pathetic, so he's not going to come down here. So
Marcos says I owe him double because of interest. I don't have it to spare.
You should have thought of that when you borrowed drachmi, Luris.
But my family...
Well, I don't really care about your family,
I'm in
man.
a bad mood, and you are going to pay. We both know it. Now the question is, what do I break first? You? Or your merchandise?
You told Marcos I've paid enough already. I won't bow to a mercenary or to someone foolish enough to borrow money from the Cyclops.
From the Cyclops? That's how he bought his vineyard?
Look, I know you'd be dead without Marcos. What with him taking you off the street as a kid. But you know what he's doing is crazy.
Malaka. Still, that doesn't change the drachmi you owe.
Guy's really trying to weasel his way out of the money.
Gets hold of you, you'll both be dead.
Killing Dirks is always an option. Huh. Well then...
Alright. I'll pay you, just stop.
Just break a couple pots. That's all it takes, I guess.
Fine. The mine is yours. Just leave.
Pleasure doing business with you, Luris.
Keep my name off your lips. I don't want the Cyclops coming after me for the debt you can't pay.
Alright, let's go back to Marcos. Oh, they added in these quest boards. If you're playing, some of them are they're mostly just really generic side quests. Those exclamation points you see on the map are like the actual scripted side quests. The one you get on these boards, a lot of them are timed quests. They're very generic and they're absolutely not worth doing. There are contracts on there, which are big quests that give you a ton of experience. Those are worth it, but the timed ones, you don't ever really have to do them. I unfortunately wasted a little bit of time in my last playthrough doing it.
He wants his money.
Could I have an extension?
When he sails back to Kefalonia, he'll come and break you as soon as he docks, if you don't get it.
Now, let's be civil.
You can't hide behind your glorious Mistios forever, Marcos. He'll kill you, the mercenary, and that little runt girl that hangs around.
Of course, not a problem. I'll get the drachmi.
Good. Or I'll come and watch the Cyclops.
More accurately, I'll get it for him.
Ah, Cassandra, I can tell from the smile on your face, Luris has paid you your drachmi.
Who's smiling? I just heard where you got the drachmi for the vineyard. Are you out of your fucking mind?
We can get the money back, can't we? I'm sure it's possible.
We have no other choice now.
Gotta stay positive.
That's what I do best.
This will take more than the usual tricks up your sleeve.
I long for the old days. Remember them? They were simple. You had nothing, young and alone, and I had everything. And I gave you the world, Kefalonia, in the palm of your hand.
Alexios!
Don't see fishes like you every day, huh? Oh! Ha! You hungry? How about we make a deal? I do something for you. You do a few things for me. Everybody wins. Best offer you're gonna get. Think about it.
It's like they take me in. He said we do a bunch of stuff for him. Benefited as much as I did.
Some gift.
You were nothing without Marcos, and look how far we've come. From an orphan on the streets to a Misthios with a hovel.
And now the Cyclops will take everything away. I can't protect you from him forever. He'll kill me too.
Oh, don't be scared.
So those veins are just
Look at you.
freaky.
How could I go up against him? With what weapons? A rusty spear? A broken bow?
There you are. Skulking around the temple won't save you from me, Marcos.
Drusilla! I was just talking about you.
You were?
I need that wood, Marcos. These new bows will be the talk of the island.
She needs wood from
I
him.
can't make anything with those bandit malakes stopping the wood shipments.
Of course you can't. Why, I was just filling my friend Cassandra in on the details. She already has a plan to deal with these bandits.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of all the fucking phonies, Marcos.
Oh, she's just playing. It's a little game we have.
I don't care who does it, but someone better got those bandits.
Well, obviously it's gonna be me.
A wonderful idea. I, for one, need to rush home. Cassandra, I've cooked up a plan for our Cyclops dilemma. See me when you have time.
If you want your wood, you'll have to fix my broken bow first.
I usually only pay when the deed is done, but shit's moving at a snail's pace. Follow me. These bows will make me rich as Chrysos.
They're that good, are they?
Wars brewing.
Runs very oddly.
Need good bows if they want.
Her arms are just weird. Like, who runs like that?
Who are you, Marcos? You should be tired.
Not Cassandra, the old lady. Like, what's up with that?
Fortune in this war. Plus, I hear you're a secret Spartan.
That was a long time ago. I'm a Kephalonian.
Alright, give me my wood. Come on.
Hand it over. There you go, good as new. That bow is as strong as Heracles himself. Give it a
So,
try.
level 1 bow. Let's not oversell it here.
Shoot your arrow at those dummies.
Same thing as assassination. If you don't specialize in hunter abilities, you're really not going to do very much damage as, with a bow.
Fair is fair. Are you going to get my wood? Those fucking bandits need the thrashing.
Yeah, I'll get you your wood from the bandits.
Fair is fair. I'll fix your wood problem.
Finally! Marcos sure is.
So, we get all the bandits to come back and give you wood, or just one of them, or what's so special about this wood?
Around? Why do you need this type of wood?
I've been working on a new type of bow. It's more flexible, so it lasts longer and can fire at greater range. Only a very special kind of wood that grows high in the mountains will do.
I'll take care of the bandits.
Make sure that you do. And be quick about it.
No, your moaning won't get the job done any faster. I'll kill the bandits and get your fucking wood back.
I know you will. Take your time finding them. I trust you. All right. I did something for you. Now you do something for me.
Yeah, I'll get you wood. Stop talking about it. Jeez. Alright, just gonna go over the stats if anyone doesn't know about what they changed from Origins. There's 3 ability trees. It's the same thing as most RPGs. Every level you get an ability point. There's also tombs in this, just like there were in Origins, where you get an ability point up from also. One thing I really don't like is when you hit max level, you stop leveling. You do not get additional experience points, so you have to kind of choose. You pretty much choose trees to specialize in. From what I've seen, it's best to either go hunter and warrior or assassin warrior because it's impossible. You're always going to get into melee fights. I went assassin warrior. I think I'm going to try out hunter this time, but I might switch back. I think warrior is by far the best, but I definitely think hunter is viable also. Let's see. Yeah, see, this used to be the warrior bow, and now they took it out and put it as an ability in here. Let's get the predator shot, though. I get a triangle. I'll probably get a melee ability next level. Or I probably shouldn't last level, whatever. Alright. Oh, I can use this as level 1. So whenever you unlock something from a loot box that is something that's from the store, you get it on all your accounts, which is kind of cool. I definitely like that. These are things I got from the Uplay store. Although this one, the pirate set, is from the Amazon Prime thing, which luckily is all hunter damage. So you see it increases hunter damage. At the bottom you'll see your hunter, warrior, and assassin damage. So, like I said, if you don't specialize in hunter, you're not gonna do very much range damage, or like I said, if you don't specialize in assassination damage, you're not gonna be able to one-shot assassinate people, especially the elites. You really have to specialize almost all your gear into assassination if you want to one-shot elites. And I think I got a pirate skin for him. What's that? Let's see how the skier set looks. You can choose to toggle off your helmet, but I usually leave on. I like the helmet and that shoulder there. That's kind of cool. Let's look at this map. My horse have horns? Yeah. Okay.
Off we go now.
This is if you played Origins, you know the investigation things. It's back at a lesser extent, but they're kind of like abbreviated versions. I don't know. It just usually they just go a lot quicker. You see there's a mercenary.
Should look around.
He is level 5. He will absolutely destroy me if I go against him, so I'm gonna avoid him at all costs.
A group left this area, headed west.
I kind of wish they did a little more in-depth mechanics. Like, I really liked what they did in Unity, where you kind of had to go like the crime scene investigations. I thought those were really fun. You get clues, and you could be wrong about guessing. Oh, no, one shot him. Where are... Oh.
The cart was emptied, then left behind. The thief can't have gotten far with that much cargo.
In Origins, you could just do the scan and find where the clues were. Here, you have to find them. I'm sure I walked right by it. I know I did it the first time around too. There we go.
Shot in the back while fleeing. Must be the work of bandits. That must be the bandit camp I'm looking for.
Yeah, we're not gonna go to the number one yet. And again, same thing as every other pretty much Assassin's Creed game. There's the places, bandit camps or little castles you clear out. I mean, it's a pretty much a staple of open world games at this point. They have the elite enemies here. Like I said, you can, unless you fully invest in assassination, you really can't one-shot them. Or same thing, you can't one-shot them in the head with a bow unless you fully invest in hunter abilities.
I need to sneak up on them.
You don't need to sneak up on them. But if you're not warrior and you go against this many guys, especially this early on, later in the game you can definitely take on this many enemies. But early on, you're likely to die if you go on against these many guys. Kind of wondering how good my shot is. Oh yeah, that was one shot. This is kind of cool going hunter this time. Oh, and your quiver just kind of automatically upgrades now. It was actually something they introduced in the last patch. Or they increased the size of it anyways. How did that not kill him? There we go. Probably just overpowered because of this set I got from the Amazon Prime thing. Alright, everyone is dead. And I'll loot the place. I do really wish they left the scan thing in as a baseline ability. It's kind of annoying to have to waste a, there's actually 3 levels of it too, and it makes it, you know, the scan go out further. It's kind of just annoying wasting a, I mean, I shouldn't say wasting a skill point, because it's just a, more just a convenience thing than anything, but it's just annoying wasting a skill point on it. And obviously you don't want to get it right away, because you want to get some, you know, combat abilities. So you have to wait a couple levels before you get it, but oh, there's one more dude. And he's dead. There's another chest over here. I do know that completing the question mark places like this in Origins gave you pretty decent experience here. Unless you have a quest, they're really not worth it. Or if you have like a clue, you look. There's some metagame stuff where you need clues for certain things. Unless you're looking for a clue or have a quest, the places really aren't worth doing. There's some specific places you can get engravings from, but again, you honestly never really need them. So unless you're... And you don't even need them for the platinum either. You don't have to do every location, thankfully, because oh my god, there's so many in this. But yeah, they're not worth doing, really, unfortunately. Alright, we get the wood for the old lady. Hopefully she's happy with the wood. Her special wood. The main problem is it just saves at every. It auto saves like crazy. The game does crash a lot, which is it's good, but it does make it slower.
Assistant? I don't think so.
I meant Marco's muscle. How stupid of me.
This will tide you over until the rest of the wood arrives in town.
By the gods! You sure you work with Marcos? He's never once delivered on a promise. Incredible.
I might work with him, but we're nothing alike. I'm true to my word.
Then take your pay. Give none to Marcos.
No problems there. Just gonna steal your stuff here real quick. Don't worry about it. Oh, I got your fish. Cool. I'm gonna get the, I think the bull rush is better, but the Spartan kick's just so much fun. You kind of need them. Like I said, it's impossible to never have a melee fight, so you have to have melee abilities too. I'm gonna grab this side quest and then go get that sync point, and then I think that's a good stopping point for this first Let's Play. Like I said, I'm gonna be going through the entire game.
You called?
Oh, Cassandra. You startled me.
Why are you looking for a champion?
I need someone worthy to win the Spear of Kephalus. I've been deciphering some of the Sanctuary's stone carvings. They say the spear was hidden in the caves beneath Kefalonia when the temple was built. You could get it for me, couldn't you? I can give you a reward.
If the spear is in the caves, I'll find it.
Well, maybe you were sent by Kephalus.
Kephalus had a spear?
Cassandra, surely you've heard this story since you were a child.
I didn't have much time for stories.
Well, perhaps you didn't. But you know Kephalus founded Kefalonia and started the line of Odysseus.
His spear was a gift from the gods. It was said never to miss its target. He must have hidden it in the caves after killing his wife with it.
He threw a spear that wouldn't miss at his wife?
He was hunting and heard her in the bushes. He thought she was a deer. It's a sad story.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, only if you throw it at someone.
I kind of want that spear for myself.
Why do you need a spear? Not thinking of becoming a soldier, are you?
Of course not. But think how many people will come to the shrine if we have the Spear of Kephalus.
With their donations, I could do so many things. Repair the sanctuary, feed the hungry families in Sami.
I'll see what I can find.
Oh, thank you. I'll prepare a spot in the sanctuary.
Right, I just didn't want to interrupt the quest dialogue. But yeah, so I'm going to be going through this. I'll be streaming it on Twitch, and I'll be uploading the videos to YouTube after. It's a long game, so we're going through everything. Like I said, we're going through all the DLC content. There's going to be weekly content. I know starting this Tuesday, actually, basically there's an ore you get to buy the loot boxes. It's available through dailies and weeklies. So basically, every other week it's going to be a mercenary you have to kill, and every other week it's going to be a ship you have to kill, and we'll give you some of the ore to buy the loot boxes. So I'll be covering that, and there's going to be other stuff that they're adding in. It's like free content. You don't actually have to get the season stuff that like is outside of the season pass. You'll be able to get just free story content. So I'll be covering everything: DLC content, the free content. Yeah. I know the sync point. First thing I wondered was, can you climb on those balls? And
I should probably plan on this.
Funny, Alexio said the same thing. I said this is just a gorgeous game, especially some of the statues, the locations, especially the unique ones. They just look incredible. But the YouTube channels is It Fun Gaming. I'll be linking that in the future Twitch streams. And my name on here is Third Dre. I'll be linking it obviously when I have the YouTube video up. Follow me on Twitch. And I'll probably be doing some when New Game Plus for Spider-Man comes out. I'll be doing that along with all the DLC content for that as well. All right, that's that. I'll see you guys in the next episode.